Hi, I'm Emily, and these are my professional learning goals for the semester. These are the 3 TEKS standards that I have decided to include as my focus standards. I'm focusing on Standard 2, which is instructional planning, Standard 3, instructional strategies, and Standard 8, which is academically challenging environment. So I'm going to go into those sections. We'll start with Standard 2, which is that the teacher plans using state and local school district curricula and standards, effective strategies, resources, and data to address the differentiated needs of all students. My goal in that is to focus specifically on differentiation. So I'll use student data from multiple sources, like assignments and tests, attitude, behavior, also milestones and access tests, to provide better and more pointed differentiation to each of my students. The why is that schools contain classes with children from all walks of life and levels of ability. My school especially is incredibly diverse from the kids that I teach. So I want each child to prosper from instruction that is tailored to their abilities. And I know that that's a big task, but I think it's possible. I'm going to use SLTS to gather milestone scores and other test scores, like access scores, to get information on my students as well as the observations that I can make. And I will plan with my PLC to collaborate on ideas for differentiation on all levels. The next one is Standard 3, which is promoting a positive learning environment with research-based instructional strategies, engaging students in active learning, and facilitating student acquisition of key knowledge and skills. The goal here is to identify and use new strategies that I haven't used before or don't feel strongly about with high effectiveness to engage my students to be active learners. The why is that students who are engaged in learning are more likely to retain information and acquire new skills. Specifically, my goals focuses on the 4 language domains: listening, speaking, reading, and writing. And my county's emphasis is on literacy. So those are 2 areas where I really would like to hone in my focus. My how is that I will use PSYOP strategies to help from my PLC and ESOL and SPED teachers, and my ILS as a resource, as well as finding resources outside to implement these new strategies. The last one is Standard 8, which is creating a student-centered academic environment. Teaching and learning occurs at high levels and students are self-directed learners. So I want to foster an environment in which students feel comfortable and supported in making mistakes and learning through a process of self-guided activities, moving away from the teacher-guided more to student-guided. I feel like learning is more authentic this way. It allows students to be autonomous, collaborative, and build a community. And it also ups the rigor, and one of our big topics of conversation is that rigor does not match standardized tests and life, so we want to up that so that students are prepared. And my how is that I'll focus on building the right environment in my classroom with cooperative learning, where there's comfort, and then on my end, creating lessons with explicit learning objectives to inform students on our common goal and get everybody to reach the right area together.